I didn't have an agent for film. I had a theater agent, a small little agent, Anita Castle, and then a friend of mine, Matthew Modine, who was on hiatus from the movie for a couple of weeks. He was back in New York, and I was working at the Hard Rock Cafe when it used to be on 57th Street. And him and his wife were walking by, and I went up to him and asked him, what he was up to, because we'd known each other from class, acting class, and also auditions and stuff. And he said, I'm doing this Stanley Kubrick movie. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. He started before me. I think he did like 4 or 5 films before my career started. And Matthew, he said, here, this is the address you should send. There's thousands of people sending stuff, but you should send stuff. And so I did, and I got about a week later, I got a call from somebody who I thought was one of my bouncer friends giving me a hard time. So I hung up on them. And because they all knew that I was trying to be an actor, and they were all like firefighters and cops that used to moonlight and work second job. So they were always giving me a hard time about being an actor. So, but eventually they called right back, and the first thing Leon Vitale, who was his right-hand man, said, "Don't hang up. Stanley Kubrick wants to talk to you."
Oh my God. It is really funny to think of a off-duty fireman calling you up and pretending to be Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I thought that Stanley Kubrick was British. I didn't know that he was from the Bronx.
I think if I got a Bronx accent being like, I'm Stanley Kubrick, I'd be like, no, you're not.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I said. No, you're not.
Can I ask, when you say you sent stuff to an address, like in that era, are you just sending like headshots, or you putting yourself on tape?
No, anyway, my friend and I, we spent like $60 or something that we didn't have, rented a camera. I sat on a stoop on 10th Avenue and 21st Street, I believe it was, and I did a monologue from a play, and we put it on tape. I had a friend that was at NYU who was learning to be a filmmaker and an editor, and we brought the big disc, the cassette was like that big. Brought it to him, and he edited out one of the takes for us that we thought it was the best one, and I sent it.